Evening, wow, 53 people already in the first few seconds. How about that? How are we, everyone? As you can hear from my voice, I'm starting to feel a little bit better, thank God. Hope you're all okay. Let's have a little look in the comments. Let's have a little look. Hi, Tina, how are you? Hi, everyone. And let's have a go down the list. Plenty of comments already. 75 people watching in the first minute or so. How fantastic is that? You can tell nobody else is live streaming at the same time as me, can't you? Let's scroll down to the bottom. Wow, we have got a lot of comments already. How about that? How are we all? How are you, Michael, Peter, Tina, Sheila? I feel a little bit better, to be fair. It's good studio lighting, isn't it? I've got the little circle thing. Hey, look, I can show you all what I'm looking at. Now, look at this. Now, for a laugh. Let's just show you. Now, that's my little light. That's my laptop showing all the comments. My little microphone. Oh, you can't see the microphone. There's the microphone. Yeah, how are we all? Peachy. I wouldn't say that, but there you go. Right, let's have a little look. I am feeling a little bit better, thank God. Good evening, Luke. Good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Feeling quite a bit better, to be fair. I'm not sure if anyone's seen my Metro Bank slating. That's done quite well. They probably thought they were going to get away with it. Well, they probably didn't, to be fair, because probably no one from Metro watches my channel, but there you go. Good news, the Santander thing is over. My check that they'd sent me cleared yesterday or the day before. It's Thursday, I think. So it's over. The thing with Santander is finished. Although I must add, as a final statement about that, is they didn't help me sort that at all. They were the most unhelpful, unsympathetic bank I've ever dealt with. So there you have it. Finally, exactly, Carol, exactly. Good evening, Jackie. How are you? Metro was excellent video. These banks need pulling over the coals. Yeah, but unfortunately, I haven't got the following to do it. Unfortunately, but there you go. That's life. That's life. 104 people in the room. If you don't mind, give me a quick thumbs up. That would be amazing. I don't know whether anyone else has seen the charity thing, and I'm going to clear that up right now, actually. The charity video that I put up about the children, that wasn't putting it on when I was in the car yesterday. That genuinely took me 10 attempts to do the video. It was quite painful to talk about. And I've been today with Sophie. In fact, I can show you a little quick clip now. We went to the supermarket today. She first of all went to a place called Teddy's. I don't know whether anyone's ever heard of that. Teddy's is a place where you can buy lots of stuff, and at the moment they were doing a sale, so we thought that the charity organisation may as well benefit from that. So we went up there first thing this morning, and Sophie spent about 3 hours in there getting stuff for the kids. And then we went to Mercadona, the massive supermarket chain. Have a little look. I'll put it on the stage now of what we've done so far. Now, we've only started doing this 3 or 4 days ago, so this is a start of where we are. There you go. It started the madness. Hard to get in the way. Just thought I'd show you. We've been shopping to 3 hours. It's taken the whole day up, but I'm going to be honest with you. It was Sophie doing. She's the one that's arranged all of this. I've just sort of put a bit of time into it and a little bit of money at the moment. Not an awful lot of money. Most of the stuff that was bought today, I think there was 350 euros. We'd raised 320 so far. I put the other 30 euros in. And I just thought it was very important to show people that we're up and running, and it's, you know, we're not just talking about it. We're already starting, and it's only 3 or 4 days. As I say, what they're going to do now, we're going to write the tickets out of all of the children's wishes for Christmas. Those Christmas tags will either be taken before, or they'll be hung on the Christmas tree in the restaurants. People then can take the tag off, pay the money or bring the item in. To be fair, I'd prefer the people to bring the item in because it saves us having to go and buy it. The item or the money is delivered to the lady, and we went and see her today. And then it's all pre-packaged up a few days before, and then myself and Sophie have volunteered to take a lot of the stuff, doing a few trips, because the room that the lady's got put aside for this is already stocked up with quite a bit of stuff where people have been trying to get in front of it. Now, a lot of people and a lot of the amazing people that follow this channel have, I will get to your comments in a minute, guys, have offered to help and tried to, they're offering to donate money and stuff. At this time, when I spoke to the lady that runs it all today, she's about 75, 77, something like that. She looked in absolute horror when I said, look, can you get online money and stuff? Can we set up a GoFundMe? She didn't know nothing about it. And I'm going to speak to her. We're going to get Christmas out the way. I'm going to speak to her, or Sophie's going to try and arrange something so that we can set it up, that people can send some money. That money then gets converted into whatever it is that these children need. There's 108 children in this system that's being looked after. I don't believe it's a registered charity. So it's just an old lady, or I shouldn't call her old in case she watches this, but it's just a young lady that literally spends her entire life trying to look after children. She has also said about expanding it. A senior citizen, let's call it that. That's very kind of you, Pauline. Appreciate you helping me there. And yeah, so anyway, look, it is what it is. We're going to try and continuously support it. If such a time comes that they can do an online thing where people can donate to it, then I'll let you guys know. But as it stands right now, we're helping from the restaurant. I'm going to help personally as well. I find it's quite nice to put some of your own money into this type of thing, if that makes sense. Anyway, moving along. I hope you enjoyed the video anyway, and it was quite difficult, as you could probably tell, talking about it at the time. Obviously, I'm going to have to mention quickly about the events of the synagogue in Manchester. And I don't want to get political, of course, because this is my non-political channel. Obviously, it's disgraceful. Allegedly, and this is only going by what I've seen on other social media channels that have been shared with me, is on bail for a very serious sexual crime. I can't obviously say the word. And he was on bail for that reason. Now, had he not been on bail, I then go back to the Lucy Connolly situation. Lucy Connolly, a few hurty words on social media, and ends up getting 31 months straight away. Within a week, she's doing her time. This guy was out on bail, allegedly. Again, I can only say allegedly because it's only what I've seen on social media. I can't confirm that, of course. And he's gone on to commit this horrific crime. Obviously, Keir Starmer's visited the site. If everyone noticed, he visited it in private. There was no public allowed there, and we all know why. Well, in my opinion, is he would have been heckled, booed and shouted at. Anyway, he visited the site, and obviously Lammy done his speech to the Jewish community in the local area and come under some heavy criticism for it. That's the end of it. I'm not going to talk about the stuff anymore. I mean, it's horrific, and our hearts will go out to the people affected by it. I mean, it's absolutely devastating. I've got a beautiful drone video today. We come back from delivering all of the stuff, and we got back quite late. I said to Sophie, right, the sun looks like it's about to set, so I'm going to send the drone video up. Now, one quick thing, the drone videos seem to be doing absolute crap on my channel for some reason. I mean, it takes ages and ages to film them, because basically I have to send, I've probably done 2.5 hours the other day of filming on the drone, and that gets condensed down to about a 10-minute video, and it just doesn't do anything. Yet if I hold a camera in front of me and talk about something, I get 15 times the views. Just makes you wonder whether it's worthwhile. But anyway, I'm enjoying it. Here's a quick look at the sunset tonight over the mountains of where I live. Have a little look at this. Obviously, there's no music because I didn't put any on it. Look at that sunset. There you go, guys. I just thought I'd share that one with you. That was only done about 2 or 3 hours ago. And anyway, I just thought I would show you that. But yeah, it's amazing that the drone videos do not get hardly any views. It's really strange. I mean, it's hundreds, not into the thousands. Can't work it out, because for me, looking at a drone going across beautiful landscape, I've done one up in the little town of Lorca, not Lorca, Alado, sorry, Alado recently. I've got to put that one together yet, but that's really amazing. It flies around this massive, great big statue of Jesus, and it goes around a castle, and then it goes across this beautiful hotel and beautiful church scenery and everything. I'm going to try and put it together. Hopefully it'll do all right, but who knows? Who knows? Give me a thumbs up, guys, if you don't mind. Let me get rid of that annoying banner that's at the bottom, if you don't mind. That would be amazing. Right, thank you very much for that one. Let's get on to the chat, shall we? Let's have a little look. We have some super chats to read out. Let's have a little look. This is for your charity, Danny. Wasn't sure how else to do it. Oh, thank you very much. I will have to turn that, Pauline, into euros, because I believe it's a Canadian dollar. But thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I will 100% make sure that gets put towards the money that's going into the pot. Super sticker from Neil. Appreciate that, my friend. And Tony as well, a super sticker from you. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciated very much. Let's get into a few of the regular chats. Let's see if I can find them. There we go. I've sort of lost where I was. You'll get so much pleasure from that, Dan. We're just going to have to pick up from somewhere. Sorry, guys. I'll be up for helping these kiddies. That's amazing. Like I say, I will try and get things done in the future. But thank you very much for all of your chats tonight. That's amazing. And thank you very much for joining me. It's nice to see over the 150 people, which is great. But yes, the little drone video come up. I've been playing with some logos because I'm now connected to my artificial intelligence. I can say to them, can you create me a logo? So it's now doing them automatically, which is pretty insane. I'll show you a couple of the ones that I've done. I put a new one on tonight. I think the one I put on tonight was this one. Let me know what you think of the, should we call that the, I don't know, the volcano one, because that looks very volcanic to me. Then you've got the bog standard flag. And then I said, create one directly for me. And look what they come up with. Danny in Spain live with a pair of boxing gloves, a Rolex watch and a McLaren. I thought that was pretty impressive, to be fair. And then there was another one that they'd done that was just showing the car. But they're all pretty cool little images, aren't they? Just wondered whether anyone likes them. There you go. Let me know what you think in the comments. Evening, Dave, Swish. It should be a Ferrari. Don't swear on this channel, Pauline. Can't have Ferraris on there, mate. Paul has said, Swish, love it. Should be a Ferrari. I can't have that. I'm going to have to delete that comment. No, I'm only joking. But yes, I've got a very busy week coming up this week. I'm going to get to your chats properly in a minute because I'm a little bit lost where they all are. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to start from Sheila's message in a second, hopefully. 10:40 p.m. Right. Got a busy day. I've got a meeting with the accountants and my bank this week with the view of trying to buy the restaurant. The house that I put up for sale, do you remember I had this big paddy that if Labour got into power, then I was going to sell all of my UK assets? Well, the first one has just verbally been agreed. So the house sale is going through. It's going to the solicitors on Monday. So hopefully that will progress quite quickly. And then hopefully I won't need to borrow money from the bank to buy the restaurant, because that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to move the money from the UK to Spain and start putting investments out here. I've just watched, myself and Sophie just now, we watched the Jay Slater documentary. Do you remember a while ago? I think it was a couple of years ago, or 18 months ago. Jay Slater went missing in Tenerife, and I didn't quite finish it. It's a really interesting documentary. It's on YouTube. I think it's the Jay Slater story or something like that. It was a Channel 4 thing. It was on a few weeks ago, I believe. We've just watched it, and I've got from about 10 minutes to go, so I've not seen the end of it. So don't ruin it for me. If you have seen it, don't comment on exactly what happened. But it's really interesting. There always seems to be more to the eye with that case. I don't really know. It's not a nice thing to say, because if obviously the parents see it or anything like that, it's not very kind, is it? Right. Love the drone footage. Thank you, Sheila. I'm going to get to your comments now. So any comments that you put below, I'm going to try and get to. Lucy was so poorly advised. You never plead guilty. Let them prove your guilt, because in Lucy's case, the jury would have acquitted. Quite possibly, mate. Quite possibly. How are you, by the way? I won't mention your name because people like to stay behind. But I've been talking to the chap on screen, shall we say, about a few legal matters as well. Guilty of not watching the drone videos, but yes, we'll give them a watch. Thanks very much, mate. The best ones are still to come, so they're not on there yet. We've got a wow. I take it this is obviously to do with the drone footage. Well, I'm not going to put them all up there because there's lots of wows. I love watching the drone footage. That's a gorgeous sunset. It really was, and we have that every single night. I mean, it's nice to be able to put a drone up and show it. There wasn't no camera lenses. The thing wasn't enhanced. That's pretty much what we see. And it's weird. You get used to it. You actually get used to it. I love the drone footage. Beautiful sunset. I love the drone stuff. Always comment and like. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Danny, you know where I am. You're making me homesick. Oh, yeah, I do know where you are, mate. Yeah. I'm going to leave the drone ones because there's quite a few. I have no notifications on about them. Yeah, you've got to check your bell notifications in the top right hand corner. When you click the bell, it should come up with show all of them, and then hopefully you'll be able to see them. Good that you're helping people, especially kids in the country you live in. We send more money to other countries' populations than help our own. To be fair, in 2025, I don't really accept how they're living. I'm going to be honest with you. How has come to that? I'll tell you one last thing about it today, which was mentioned to Sophie by the lady she's dealing with. Excuse me one sec. She said, I've bought 40-something sponges, small sponges, for when they have their bath, they can give themselves a clean, and there's the soap and stuff. And the lady corrected Sophie. She said, Sophie, it's lovely that you bought them and they will be used, but they don't have a bath. They wash from a bucket. How horrific is that? We're in 2025, ladies and gents, and we're not in a third world country. And I'm not saying that even the third world country deserve that. What I'm trying to say is we're not in a third world country. We're in Spain, and I'm sure there's places in Britain that's exactly the same as well. I love drone footage, hate flying, but it's lovely looking down. Yeah, do you know what? The one, sorry, I'll stay on that one for 1 second. The footage that I'd done a couple of days ago where I flew around this humongous great big Jesus looking down over the city. I actually had to sit down for 15 minutes afterwards. I had terrible vertigo because I'm up in the air and I'm filming it up in the air as well. So you're looking up and you're high up anyway. It really does play with your mind if you're not used to it. Yeah, I'm in Canada while the hubby gets better. Cheers, Pauline. That reminded me of Gateshead, Sur Le Mar. Okie dokie. Thank you very much. They say it's hard work, drones, I was told. I'll tell you what, it takes some getting used to. And I'm constantly stressing because I sent it 2 miles away yesterday, which isn't nothing compared to where you can go with it. It can go 20 kilometres, this thing. But I sent it 2 miles away and I just thought, oh, I've got to bring it back. I just stressed that I was never going to see it again. Because obviously if that just drops out of the sky, I'm never going to find it, am I? I've not got no tracker or anything on it. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to find it again. So, yeah, and that would be a fair few quid down the drain. Try doing running commentary with your drone footage. I don't know how to do that, Ian. I'm going to be honest with you because I can't put sound on it. I don't think I can record sound on it. There is a little thing at the bottom of the remote control, but I don't think it records sound, so I understand. Unless I've got that wrong. Evening, Danny, my super sticker. Thank you very much, Neil. Appreciate that, my friend. Appreciate that. Oi, oi, Dan. Hi, Nigel. How are you, mate? Good to see you. Hi, everyone. Tony. Love it. I'm going to go down the list again. Volcano is fabulous. All right, here we go. So we're going to get the. We got the. It should be a Ferrari. I'm not having that one. I like the boxing gloves one. Do you know what? That was made. I didn't ask them to make that for me because obviously it follows somehow links to the YouTube video and it knows I talk about watches and boxing and the car. So it's put them all together. Well, I thought that was pretty clever and a bit worrying, to be fair. Tony, I have the third one. Yes, I remember. Yeah, okay, that's the boxing glove one. I like the Volcano one. I love them all. Thank you very much. I'll be putting these up as the little live thumbnails soon. Love the first one, but the third is definitely you and would be well suited. I'll have to. Did you not think it was a bit? I'm going to put it up again. Do you not think it's a bit Benny Hill? I don't know. It just seems a bit. Anyway, I'll get a YouTube strike if I do that. They are all great. Thank you. Amazing sunset, Dan. I like the drone stuff. The one I've got coming out, you've got to watch. It's amazing. It really is. Logo, definitely the last one. Fantastic. Yeah, the one with the car. I did like that one. I thought it made the car look really cool. That's obviously an AI version of the car, so they've copied it pretty well. And it looks quite burnt there, doesn't it? Anyway. Hi, Pauline. Boxing one, definitely. My hubby's obsessed with them. Watches, boxing, or cars, Pauline? The one with the box. Okay, so it seems like that one's the Volcano one. We've got a real mixed bag, haven't we, of it? Hi, Danny. If you don't mind me asking, what do you invest in? Are you a crypto man? Yes, I am, my friend. I am a crypto person. My advice, and I can't give financial advice because I'm not qualified, and I have to say that because it's legal. I have to say, if I'm going to invest money right now, gold is up 45% now in the last year, 47%, I think. I did say about people investing in some gold sovereigns and gold Britannias if they could a few months ago. Had they have done so, they would be about 28 to 30% up now. But obviously, past performance doesn't go with future performance. The world is in a bit of a crazy place, and a lot of people like to put their money in safe holdings such as gold. Crypto is a very, very volatile asset. Very, very volatile indeed. You've got to have money that you're not going to rely on for the foreseeable future to invest in crypto, in my opinion. That's just my opinion on the subject. You could also, you know, let's say you put in £1,000, it can go down to 500 quid pretty quickly, but it can go up to £2,000 pretty quickly as well. So buy as low as you possibly can if you do. My three favourite, well, I'll give you my 5 favourite coins. So that would be Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, 1 inch, and APE. There you go. There's some tips. I don't go for the mem coins. I just don't like them. My favourite is XRP, and we have to just wait and see what's going to happen with that. I think it's going to have a good end of year. Let's put it that way. Mate, I love the drone video. Thank you very much. Watched that. Quite sad. Yeah, we're talking about the charity video. It was, as I say, I'd like to put up a take of how many times it really upset me. I hate talking about children that are suffering. I hate it. We'll watch, Danny. Thank you. Thank you very much. Watch that, Dan. Poor lad. Bit of an eye-opener. That's going to be the Jay Slater one. Absolutely horrific. I mean, I've been in that club that he went in, Papagayo, quite a lot. I used to live in Tenerife years ago. Obviously, I know the areas where he was, and he was staying in Los Cristianos allegedly, and I don't know whether he got on in with the wrong gang or I don't know. There's a lot of people saying that there was a Rolex watch involved, that there was some money owed to a certain bad person. I don't know. As I say, it's wrong for me to talk about it, but I just watched it and I thought, if anyone wants to watch something, you know, go into and have a little look at that. It was an interesting watch. Let's just put it that way. Devastating as well, to be fair. Well, that house got an offer quick, Dan. Yeah, I think, Tina, it was on the market for about 14 days. The first 2 people that went and viewed it, one said they were very interested, didn't come back. The other one come back with an offer. I refused. They've gone up a little bit and I've come down a little bit. And we seem to have agreed on a price at the moment. Obviously, this is only verbal at the moment. We've not got to exchange of contracts. It's not even gone to solicitors yet. So I'm hoping within the next month to 6 weeks, hopefully, depending on their situation financially. I love the image of the boxing gloves and watch. It's superb. Okay, I'll start using that, guys, because I thought it might be a little bit Benny Hill, but maybe not. There was something about adding up that to, yeah, exactly that, Angelina. Something's not right, is it? I'll have to watch it. Yeah, it's very interesting. I think Lucy pleaded, I think that's meant to say guilty because they would have dragged her out. Okay. Look, I think she had some bad legal advice, but look, as I say, I didn't know too much about it at the time. Obviously, I've looked into it a bit since. But all I was saying about the Lucy Connolly thing is how in hell was this other guy that's caused this absolute horrific situation in Manchester? How was he out to do that in the first place? When he was under suspicion or of he was arrested and on bail for this particular crime that he was on bail for, allegedly. Don't mind if I use my name. I'm going to change my YouTube tag to my name anyway. Okay, mate, I'll let you do that first. Lend me your vote. I hope you're not watching, mate, because you're not going to be very popular on this channel. We take a lot for granted. Sure, Starmer, we love you. With a lot of, oh my God. Listen, that's not going to be him, I promise you. Oh, I saw that Hawaii and on the mountains. Yeah. The old sunsets there must be lovely as well. I was told vertigo can be a problem. It's all right when I'm in my garden and I'm filming locally. But if I go somewhere high up, I went and filmed a castle recently, a real historic castle, and flew all round it and stuff. That caused me massive vertigo problems because I was really high up, because I can see really, I was sort of level with the clouds, and then I can see down, and then I'm sending a drone up and looking up. It was horrible. Really messes with your mind. I do like and subscribe on some YouTubers and still don't get notifications. Yeah, if you can just, all guys, if you don't mind, just check you're still subscribed to the channel, because we have sort of paused a little bit. I think we was on 9,700 and something earlier. I'd like to get it to 10,000. That's a real drive of mine. While we're on the subject of subscribers, I'd just like to say a well done to Paul Thorpe on his subscription that's just passed 300,000. He sent me a message a couple of days ago. It was 3,000. Sorry, Paul. 300,000. It was 300,004 people were subscribed. So well done, Paul. Give you a round of applause, mate. That takes some doing, I can tell you that. I don't think I'll ever get there, but we'll try. You'll get the hang of it. Yes, I guess so. It's going to take a little bit of being up in the air and sending it out and about. Sending much love from wet and windy Cornwall. Thank you very much. What drone do you have, Danny boy? That's the baby. It's a DJI Air 3S. And I love it. Absolutely love it. Over the top. I take it that's something to do with a drone. Obviously, with the mountain things, I've got a bit of a problem because we have an altitude level that we can fly up to. I believe it's 500 meters where I live, but I don't ever put it above 120 to be on the safe side. 120 meters is my absolute limit. I hate to think what AI would have done with all my comments. Yeah. I love the goat stand. Yeah, they were, do you know, it was a bit of a weird find, that was. As I say, if you, those of you who haven't seen it, I think it's to the title, and it's Look What I Found in This Cave. We flew into this sort of, to the entrance of a cave, and there was a couple of, they were mountain goats. They're not normal goats. They're in between a deer and a goat. I think they're crossbred, to be fair, because I was a bit confused with what one it was. The boxing one, okay. The car one's the business, mate, okay. Yeah, I've got a few, but it's hard to see your Ferrari. No, don't start all that, Pauline. I'm going to block you, mate. Cars. I'm only joking. Gold is safe. Well, it is safe, Pauline, to invest in, but it's at its all-time high at the moment. It will probably hit its all-time high on Monday. It might actually dip back a little bit on Monday. I'm expecting it to, from watching the markets. I'm expecting it to dip back a little bit on Monday. So if you're thinking of investing in gold, Monday probably ain't a bad time if you're thinking of doing it soon. Do a poll so we can vote on the thumbnails. That's a good idea, actually, mate. That's a good idea. And animals. Danny, how's your dad doing? Is he coming to see you soon? Yes, we're in the process of trying to sort that out at the moment. Sorry, guys, my throat is still quite sore, so I'm still having to keep my old vitamin drinks up. There's no vodka in that, I promise you. Yes, I'm trying to get my dad over at the moment. Good luck for a smooth sell. Jenny, if it doesn't sell, there'll be someone else. And if they don't buy it, then it can always be rented again. But like I say, I hope it happens pretty quick. Hope you didn't sell it to Home Office. No, I didn't. I can promise you that. Evening, Maxi. How are you? Evening, Zer Andrew. How are you, mate? Well done, Paul. Well done, everyone. Evening, Fragrance Samples UK. For anyone that wants their samples for fragrances, so you can buy little 1ml or 5ml or 10ml bottles of it. You can test them out, and then if you like them, go and buy the bigger bottles. Good way of saving money and very, very reasonable and all authentic. I can promise you that. Good to see you, Greggy boy. Thorpe, well done. Evening, Danny and Greggy. How you doing, Chris? I see Chris recently in Benidorm. We went up and had a few days with Chris and Paul. Had a lovely time. It was Paul's birthday while we was up there. He's one of the old watch boys, Chris. How are you, mate? Danny, how do we become members of your channel? You don't have a join button. Sheila, I don't want to take the P, to be fair. This channel isn't about money. And look, I will probably do a membership and then I'll do membership only content. Let's get it going first. I'm not worried. Like I say, I'm not really too worried about money on the channel. It all helps because the equipment is so bloody expensive. But nonetheless, oi, oi, Chris. How are you, Des? Des was with us as well in Benidorm for a few days. It was really nice. Me and Des stayed in the same hotel, not the same room. And it was nice because I had a breakfast partner. So we met down at the breakfast bar and it was good to see him. Des is a good watch collector friend of mine as well from many, many years ago. The goats were cute. They were. And then they legged it. I should have followed them with the drone. That would have made some great footage, but I just wasn't prepared for it. Next time, I've tried to fly into the drone after that sunset video. Now, if you haven't seen the sunset video, you're going to have to rewind it, guys, because it's a great little video. The sky looks like it was on fire. Where are we? Oi, oi, Des the Ledge. There you go. We're all talking in-house here. Mark Isaacson. I invested in pre-launch crypto token in 2021 when it listed and it crashed to zero within a month. Only the top listed coins for me now. It's the safest way, Mark, to be fair. There's a lot of launch coins that people sort of have a edge of bets on, if you like. It's a bit like gambling, to be fair. If you look at things like Ethereum and Bitcoin and XRP, they're the top three. And I do think long term, they're going to be a good bet. I really, really do. Look, here's a prediction. I think Bitcoin will see $1 million at one stage. I don't know when. I don't know whether it'll be in my lifetime. But I do see that Bitcoin will hit $1 million. I see in the not too distant future, Ethereum hitting $10,000. And I see $6 or $7 possibly for XRP. That's all alleged. I can't. That's obviously not financial advice. Christine says she loves the videos. Thank you very much. Cheers, mate. You're more than welcome. If you buy gold coins because they are not included in the inheritance tax. Right, and also they're not got... If you buy British gold coins like a Sovereign or a Britannia, they've not got capital gains either. So if you buy them, let's say you spent £10,000 on them and they went up to £15,000, you haven't got to pay any capital gains tax on that £5,000 that you've earned. They're also VAT free, but that could change at any time under this particular government. That's the end of the comments for now. I haven't got an awful lot to talk about, to be fair. I didn't write an awful lot down, guys, so I was sort of hoping that you guys would chuck a few things in. We've still got mentally hot weather here at the moment. I'm not enjoying it yet. It's still too hot. We had 33.5 today. What's this one from Paul? The bullion isn't included in tax if you don't tell the tax man, though. Well, Paul, you've got to pretty much, like I say, as obvious as that could sound to people, you're better off staying above board, mate. It's nice to put your head on the pillow of a night and go to sleep, you know. It's, as I say, I've got a horrific capital gains tax to pay on this property that I'm going to sell, but it's got to be paid. It's part of life, isn't it? It's the only thing that is sure when you're born. There's two things. It's one of them is taxes and the other one is that you're going to die at some stage. But yeah. If you want to avoid inheritance tax, set up in Vivo's Trust. I'll have to look into that, matey. I'm a bit late for that. Great news about Tommy invite to Israel. I've not seen anything about that, Stephanie. I have heard about it, but I've not actually looked into it at all. We've got gale force winds in Scotland and it's freezing. No, I just mean gold is a physical asset unless it's been tagged. Yeah, I mean, look, you're always better to hold it as a physical thing, aren't you? Because for argument's sake, say the platform that you invest in, if you invest on it online, say that platform goes bust. Where does that leave your gold? I take it doesn't. So you're better off having a physical coin, aren't you? And maybe just keeping it in a bank vault or something. That's my opinion anyway. Question time. Prime Lennox Lewis versus Prime Alexander Usyk. Who wins? I'm going to be honest with you. I still see Lewis winning because of the sheer size. Although Usyk was not the biggest banger in the world, but he could pace you very, very hard fight. I'd like to have seen it, but I would have to put my bet on Lennox Lewis, to be fair. I think he was a very underrated fighter. I'm going to be honest with you. Hi Danny, nice to see you. I'm missing Spain this year. We go every year with my bro, but he's not able to go this year. He's been diagnosed with cancer on the lung, but he's doing okay. Sorry to hear that, Sean. Hopefully he'll get better, mate, and hopefully you'll all return to Spain soon. Get yourselves out here. Gold coins are not free of inheritance tax, but Britannias and sovereigns are free of capital gains tax. That's how I understand it, Don. It's not inheritance tax free. It is capital gains tax free and VAT free as well. And VAT free. So, yeah, if it was in a will, you would still have to pay as part of your complete net worth. But if you sold it prior to that happening, the capital gain, you wouldn't have to pay tax on. But then obviously if the money's in the estate, then you'd have to pay tax on that anyway. They generally get you one way or another, don't they? Let's hope they don't stitch him up on the 13th to stop him going. Respect your supreme leader, me. Kia, A, I know it's not you. And B, it's quite funny. Imagine that. Keir Starmer watching Danny in Spain. I don't think so, do you? Which holiday hotspots can you recommend? In Spain? Malaga is lovely. You get to go to sort of Porto-Banús and stuff like that, which is an experience, shall we say. Benidorm's quite a fun place to be, I'm going to be honest with you. Depends on what sort of holiday you want, but that's certainly a hot spot. Madrid is very nice and Barcelona is very nice. I went to Valencia. It wasn't really it's probably the least favourite I've been to so far was Valencia. And I'm not disrespecting it. Maybe I just didn't do what I should have done when I was there. Out of all of them, I've got to say probably Madrid has been the most beautiful, but I did go Christmas time. I really, really like Barcelona as well. Obviously Murcia, where I live, that's a lovely, lovely area and very, very warm. Lots of places to go and view. And I'm going to try and bring some of them to you guys soon. Danny, have you thought about doing some film and drone footage of properties for sale around you? Yeah, I have actually. I might speak to an estate agent and just do a little walk around a couple of properties that are actually for sale to show you guys what you can get for your money here. And I'll put it on the channel and I'll tag the estate agent in it. I know a couple of estate agents out here, so yeah, maybe I can do that. That could be interesting. I've done a couple of videos, one's coming out. One of them will hit some people, they'll enjoy it. It's the new W1 from McLaren. I got a bit of exclusive film from a friend of mine that went to an official launch of it. That's coming out in a couple of days. I've also got a thing about Starlink, which is what I'm on now, by the way. So if you're seeing this in clarity and it's not buffering, you can thank Elon Musk for that. A good video about that, actually, because anyone that's in the middle of nowhere or anyone that suffers with bad internet connection, this could be your answer, and it's a lot cheaper than you think. Have a watch of the video. It's coming out in the next day or two. I can't remember. It's all scheduled to go out. Evening, Danny from the UK. Channel is growing, mate. Not far off of 10,000, onwards and upwards. Thanks, Lee. And I appreciate if anyone is watching right now and you haven't given me a thumbs up, if you could do so, it helps the channel grow. And also, if you don't mind sharing it with any of your friends or on your social media, you can always go into my main channel, click share channel, and just post a link on your social media, because it could help it grow. You never know. It's not for everyone, but, you know, I think we've got quite a good community. And if you're friends with like-minded people on social media, then why shouldn't they enjoy it as well? I want to get it to 10,000, really. It's a real, you know, landline for me. It's a landmark, should I say, not landline. What am I talking about? It's talking about Starlink. Happy birthday, Sheila. Did I miss something, Sheila? Happy birthday. Lewis wins, I agree, yes. I know Greggy Boy is a big boxing fan. I think Lewis is right up there in history. I'm not going to say in the top 5 for sure, but I would say in the top 15, in my opinion. Unfortunately, mate, the Spanish authorities don't recognise trust. That advice was more for the UK residents. Yes, mate, I did know that. I did know that. Silver is shooting up too. Yes, it is, Sean. The only problem with silver is you need to hold an awful lot of it. So if you're holding physical silver, you need to get a warehouse because gold is going a little bit crazy. A friend of mine went into a Rolex watch shop today, an authorised dealer, and was offered a solid gold Deep Sea, one of the new ones, which is a lovely watch, by the way. Although I do think they've ruined it with the dial of the watch, so the face of the watch, if for the non-watch people out there. It was a very flat-looking blue, and it should have been a sunburst dial, and I think they've really missed a trick. It stopped me. I mean, I wasn't going to buy one anyway, but it would stop me buying one. And my friend said to me, should I buy it? It's available right now. It's been offered to me. And I think it's a massive, massive mistake to buy these huge gold pieces at the moment. I do think they're still going to fall a little bit. The only difference is gold has gone up so much. So I think the next time we see a increase in prices from Rolex, I think you're going to find it is going to be 15% maybe increase for gold pieces from Rolex. So, you know, at the moment, like a watch that's 40 grand is going to be something getting close to sort of 47, 48 grand, in my opinion. Because of the price of gold. I mean, they can't keep making solid gold, 18 karat gold watches and selling them for the prices they're selling them at like a year ago, because gold's gone up 40 odd % in the last few months. So putting it up 15% isn't really taking the mick, is it? And they refine their own gold, Rolex, so they manufacture their own gold. Yeah, so maybe there could be a good idea to buy a gold Rolex now as a bit of an investment, if anyone's got the money to do so, because I do think that it could be shooting up in the foreseeable future. I think January is the next price increase for Rolex. Anyway, moving on. Thinking of any hidden gems holiday wise? Yeah, Madrid. It's always worth looking at Madrid, but Madrid in the winter months is beautiful. Got all the Christmas markets and stuff. It was absolutely stunning. Absolutely love Madrid. I'm going to try and get there again this year, if I can. Go up for a couple of days. I've got a friend that lives in Madrid that always says to me, come and stay. So I might pop up there just for a couple of days. And obviously I'll take you guys with us. Happy birthday, Sheila. I have obviously missed that. Sorry, Sheila. There you go. You're going to get all your happy birthday messages. I never got a notification again. Here we go again. Please support my digital... Open an ISA. I mean, whoever's putting that up is obviously having a good old chuckle there, aren't they? But let's go along with the joke. It's great. For one to think that Keir Starmer's watching my channel. Can you imagine? I'm sure he's got better things to do than watch my channel. Open an ISA, buy some income-paying trust stock ETFs to pay your living expenses. There are some good yields out there. There you go, guys. I can't comment on it because I don't know. But there's a little idea from David. I'll leave that up there, or you can always rewind back to it. Thank you, Lady Klutbu and Pauline. Well done, Sheila. I hope you're enjoying your birthday, mate. I love blockchain. No, I'll have to leave that one. I worry for Tommy's safety. He needs security. He does have some security here, but obviously when he's travelling around, like I've been on the same flights as him before, and he doesn't have security. Well, I suppose I was his security. If Sophie does do a video, she will be able to update us on how her health is now. Yes, she will be able to. In fact, she's got another appointment at the doctor's on Monday. So hopefully after that, there'll be a little bit more. But she is going to do a video, guys. She's just working 5 or 6 days a week, and she's doing some serious hours. So at the moment, I'm sort of saying to her, look, do you fancy it? And she's going, look, the last thing I want to do is get sort of made up and you know, and spend a couple of hours talking, when, bear in mind, all she does all day is talk to customers and stuff. So when she comes home, she just likes to chill out a little bit. But I'll get her on very soon. I really will. And she wants to do it, but we just got to find the right time. Oh, I don't like Barcelona. Now, it's interesting, Pauline. When I first went there, because Sophie ran the Barcelona Marathon last March, when I first got there, we didn't like it at all, because we got there quite late, went out, and it was a bit, you know. But the following day, when we started going around, it was absolutely beautiful. It depends. We was right in the centre, and it was absolutely stunning. I really, really liked Barcelona. I didn't the first night I got there, so it depends on how long you was there, possibly. I enjoyed your Benidorm holiday video. Thanks, mate. It's fun, Benidorm. Don't expect something that it's not. It's just a laugh. It's a giggle. You see some sights. But, you know. Maybe where we were. I'm missing something there, Pauline. Sorry, mate. Is the new EES biometric entry system difficult to arrange, or a simple online process? Looking to come over for a short trip in December. I didn't even know it was started yet, I'm going to be honest with you, but I haven't flown for a few months now. Last time I flew was to Tenerife, and that was an internal flight. But I haven't flown, obviously, from the UK to Spain, although that wouldn't, I don't think, affect me because I'm a resident here. So I can't answer that question, I'm afraid. Maybe just Google it. Can't help you with that one, sorry. Oh my God, McLaren again. Kidding, yeah. Excuse me. I'm at the tail end of this now, by the way. Looking forward to the Starlink video. It's a good little video, to be fair. Highlights some pros and cons. Well, there isn't many cons, to be fair. Danny, some aren't getting notices. Pauline, you've got to try, and everyone's got to make sure that they are subscribed and the notification bells turned on. If you don't know how to do that, maybe just have a little Google of it, and just make sure that it, you know, it should all be there. It should be. Sitting outside, 24 degrees. I take it, Des, you're back in Spain, mate. I don't know what the temperature is here. I've got the fan on, so I hope it's not playing with the microphone because the fan is blowing towards me. It's not hot enough for air conditioning now, but I have to still have 2 fans on in my bedroom because I still struggle with the heat. I really do. Have you seen the tortoise lately? Today, funny enough, I was out there cleaning the pool and I see him in the hedge. So yeah, I went and got some lettuce and some cucumber and a big plate of water for him. So hopefully he's had that. Either that or the ants have. Frigarola, Costa del Sol is lovely, especially the old town. There you go. Fuengirola. I think I've said that right. Shared UK, God bless, 8.32. Thank you very much, Jennifer. Appreciate that. And anyone that can share it, it's a big help. Thumbs up, guys, if you've only just joined us. If you don't mind, give me a thumbs up. Don't cost nothing, and it just helps. There are some good videos on YouTube explaining the EES system. There you go. Sad to hear about Joe Bugner died. Yes, very sad. My dad met him at the Olympia exhibition. My dad said he was a lovely guy to talk to. I've got a funny old story about Joe Bugner. When Barry Earn phoned him up to get the arrangement of the fight with him and Frank Bruno at White Hart Lane, I can't remember when it was, years ago. He he was in a restaurant. I'll quickly tell you this story. It's only quick. Barry Earn was in a restaurant, and he got given the number of. This was prior to mobile phones being a big thing. He got given the telephone number of Joe Bugner, and he went to the restaurant owner and he said, "Could I just use your phone?" And obviously the restaurant owner thought he was going to be calling a taxi, and he phoned Joe Bugner in Australia. Anyway, he said to Joe Bugner, he said, I'm Barry Earn, you probably wouldn't have heard of me. And he said, "Yeah, I've heard of you, apparently." This is what he said. He said, "I want you to come over and fight Frank Bruno." And I think Joe Bugner said, no, I'm past all that and I'm not fighting anymore, etc. And then Barry Earn, I might have been saying Eddie Earn because I'm so used to it, but Barry Earn then turned around and said to him, I forget the figure, let's just say, "I've got £800,000 for you." And he said, apparently Joe Bugner immediately said, "What flight do you want me on?" So that was the done deal. There you go. But yeah, Joe Bugner's died recently. There was also a female boxer that died at the age of 46, and obviously Ricky Hatton as well. It's been a bit of a... All I'm hearing is a lot of deaths at the moment, you know. Looking good. I'll take that as a compliment. Maybe the channel. Hi Gaza, you were great at Newcastle. I'm going to have to leave that one because I don't know what you're talking about. See, I'm well behind on the chat here and then I miss a few. I don't have a TV, I only spend time on YouTube. Janet, do you know what? So do I. Absolutely no point in me having television because I don't watch it. The only thing I do watch is generally the Formula One, which a lot of the time I go out for. There's a little local coffee shop that puts it on. And I go and have a couple of coffees in there and watch the Formula One, unless I'm out. There we go. Danny, if you buy gold when you cash in, the government will want a share because of digital money. Well, that's going to be the risk, isn't it? Unless, obviously, Terence, you can trade it in the future. Like, I think bartering will come back when cash goes. I think bartering is going to come back. So you can possibly say, well, I'll give you this gold sovereign, let's say for £1,000 for you to paint my house. That's how I think it's going to work. And then that gold sovereign will have its, core value. And then that person could then go and say, well, I want my garden landscaped. There's the coin for it. And I think what the government are doing, they're playing a bit of a dangerous game because I do think it will bring back bartering. I really do. Anyway, I'm sure they'll sort it out. Hi, Danny. Hope you're well. Tim and myself are now in Benidorm at the Palacios till the end of October. Been a great so far. Lovely to bump into you and have met a YouTuber already. Taken care. Delencia, be lovely to bump into you. Have met one YouTuber already. Oh, wow. Well, I might be there before then, mate. So keep an eye out on the videos because generally Paul and myself will do a video when we're there. Brit Boy. Remember the good old days when Gaza was a footballer who cried at the Italian... I'm sorry, yeah. I never watch it. Block him. I take we're talking about Kia. Let him have his fun. I'm near Madrid at Christmas. Oh, there you go. I'll probably see you there, mate, because I'm hoping to be in Madrid at Christmas. Many happy returns, Sheila. Peeing down here from Ken Winejack. Ken Winjack. Oh, sorry, guys. It's too much boxing when I was younger. Thinks Sakia needs a red card and block. Let's see. See what he says. You're behind in the chat. Sorry, guys. It's really hard because obviously I'm trying to go down the list. Don't want to miss anyone out if I can help it. And another real shout out to the free super chats today. I really appreciate that, guys. I really do. But her health is in good, right? I'm going to... Shall I try and catch up a little bit? Where am I? Hold on. What's the time? Blimey, I'm 8 minutes behind on the chat. Fingers crossed for Sophie. Thank you very much, Angelina. Appreciate that. Stocks and shares and ISA, all capital gains and income are tax-free. Stocks and shares, ISA, all capital gains and income tax are tax-free. Yeah, as long as you're in a stocks and shares ISA. Yeah. Maybe it's the area in Barcelona that we were in near that popular church. Can't remember the name. Yeah, the Gaudi church. I know what one you're talking about. I wasn't staying nowhere near that, although I did see that church. Amazing. Very haunting looking, isn't it? EES is starting this month, so it's not obviously kicked in yet. I'm subscribed and notices received on. I just checked now. Thank you very much, Pauline. That's really good. I love the drone videos. Thank you very much. I'm going to try and get through a few of these because obviously we're dragging towards the hour. Glad the tortoise has finally shown his face. He doesn't have wonder. The goats was one girl and a boy. I didn't look that deep into it, to be fair, Terence, but I'll take your word for that, mate. ERS should start this month. Cheers, Des. Oh, the sad Joe was a good... Yeah, he was a good guy, Joe Bugner. I never met him, but I was told by Frank, who I know very well, that he was a good guy. Hi, Danny from Tim and D. Now in Benidorm for a month. Good so far. Well, enjoy yourself, guys. You've got some lovely weather. Metro Bank was hacked by internal staff and ex-staff 2019 who used the data to duplicate mobile SIMs and bank numbers. Then in 2020, scam phone calls were made to customers. Wow. That doesn't surprise me. And then they've got the front to just shut my account down with no warning. Well, they give me notice, but they didn't give me no warning. They didn't say, right, unless you do this, they just said, we were closing your accounts. That's it. That was the end of it. Yeah, Metro and Santander can do one, as far as I'm concerned. Both of them. Horrific banks, in my personal opinion. And that's my opinion of them. Lee, British Patriot. Hello, mate. How are you? Good to see you on the channel. Yo, you crypto, take all cash out now of the bank. Well, problem is, what do you do with it? Depending on how much you've got in the bank, of course, but what do you do with it? If you've got a little amount of money, then fair enough. Take it out and maybe buy a gold coin or half a sovereign or a Britannia or whatever. Maybe start sticking it into that, but make sure it's safe because if you start investing outside of the bank, you know, it's got to be safe, hasn't it? If your house is burgled, you don't want to lose your entire wealth, do you? So it's not safe keeping things in. I don't keep any valuables in my house whatsoever. Everything that I've got of value is kept externally in a safe, in a bank, basically. I hate the thought of cashless society. Katie, it is coming, my friend. It's on the agenda. This whole thing about the digital IDs, it's a joke. It's a joke. They've flooded the country with illegal individuals, and then they're saying, to sort this out, we need digital ID. Don't flood the country in the first place, mate. That sorts it out, doesn't it? Take all your cash out of the bank. There's a lot of people that seem to be saying this. But again, I will emphasise and highlight, what do you do with it? If you've got £1,000 in there, fair enough, you can take the risk. But if you've got 20 grand in there, you don't want that at home, do you? What do you do with it? It's certainly not worth keeping it, you know, any large amounts of money, any large amounts of cash at home, that's for sure. Put it in an asset somewhere. Don't know. But you're saying take it out of the bank. But yeah, I get what you're saying. What do you do with it? It's not safe. So it's better to have it in the bank where you're guaranteed up to £85,000 of insurance if the bank goes down, rather than having it laying under your mattress and if there's a fire or a burglary in your house, it gets taken. You're out at work and someone goes in your house and lifts your pillowcase up and there's 10 grand under there. Well, you know, happy days for them, isn't it? No way. It's far too dangerous. Don't know what to say. There you go. I think I might have put that one up, Des, unless that you've already put it up there twice. Yes, this digital ID crap ain't good, but I think it will be a flop. Well, I see today that Kia, who's in the chat, has put a stop to that petition. The 2.7 million people that have signed it. Apparently he's put a stop to it. I don't know how he's put a stop to it. I think it's still, people are still signing it, but it's not going to be heard. Why would it be? Seville is beautiful, especially at Christmas. I've heard that, Mary, and it's a place that's on my plans for the future for sure. Bartering has been a thing for the last few years and has been very popular in the last few months in my business. I completely agree, mate, and I do think in a cashless society, and this is where the problem will be, won't there? Because if you've got, let's say, a gold sovereign that's worth in pounds 750 quid, you've got 750 quid that you can barter with someone, can't you? So you know, someone comes and, I don't know, I'm just trying to think of something that costs 750 quid, but renovating your house, painting and decorating your house and stuff like that, where normally you'd pay them by bank transfer or cash or whatever, that's going to stop, isn't it? So the government will get no tax. Late to join evening all, no problem, Tim. You're here now, my friend. Thank you, Abogodu. Well, I'm not gonna tell you his real name. That's down to him to tell you. Oi, oi, Tim. Gold is king. He's been doing very well. Let's have a quick look while we're here. I'll quickly see if that's as long as I can get into my app, because sometimes I have to do 15-factor authentication, you know, when you have to sort of put your fingerprints in and your nostril sizes and stuff like that. Let's have a look. As long as it can see me face, it should be all right. Yeah, I've got it here. So let's have a little look. So if we look at gold as an asset, in the last 6 months, it's up 27.85%. In the last year, it's up 46.51%. So had you have had £1,000 in it, you'd have £1,465.10p now. So that just shows you. So gold is king. And the thing is, with gold, there you go. So if you, say you had £1,000 worth of gold or £1,000 in cash at home and your house caught fire, the gold would still survive, wouldn't it? Your cash wouldn't. Because the gold would melt somehow. If you kept it somewhere, for argument's sake, it would still be retrievable, I would think. I've never been put to that test, and I hope I never am. Well, I ain't got any gold here anyway, but yeah, I would say that the gold would still make it, whereas your £50 notes wouldn't, would they? So there's another thing to think about. Greggy boy. Silver, any good to save? Yes, silver's doing very well. Very, very well, but you need a ton of it. That's the problem, and it's storage of it, unless you're buying it on a trading platform, and then you've got the risk that the trading platform goes belly up. Sit guess is beautiful. I've never heard of that, Stephanie, but I will have a look at it because I do watch these videos back. Crypto is the way forward, people. Take your cash out of the banks, keep it safe at home and get buying crypto. But the problem is you can't buy it with cash, so you need to be in the bank to buy the crypto in the first place, mate. But good point. I do believe crypto is the way forward. Crypto is very, very volatile though, so no one go into that blind. Make sure you do your due diligence on it before you invest your hard-earned cash in any asset whatsoever. Not your subject, Danny, but hundreds of arrests in London today protested. Yeah, I heard that. Action. What a bunch of carrots. I know what you mean. Enough that I don't labour anywhere near it. Enough that I don't labour anywhere near it. See, I'm probably behind in the chat here. Danny, what's your thoughts on the fingerprints for Spain coming in for us Brits entering Spain? Is in 8 days' time. Yeah, I have heard. I don't know if it will come in 8 days' time because generally everything's a little bit behind. It's been going on in America for years. If someone's got nothing to hide, it shouldn't really matter, should it? I don't know. Everything just seems to be clamping down. No one's going to be able to do anything soon. You won't be able to pay £3 into your bank account without being questioned where it come from, you know. Cash is king always, 20th Century Fox. You can do it. I've invested £20,000 from bank to crypto, over 70k. The bank's interest return is false, a lie and BS. But you've got to do it from the bank, haven't you? You said in your previous comment that you've got to draw it out from the bank. You can't do that because you can't buy it in physical. Well, I suppose you can. I think there's places that you could actually buy Bitcoin with cash. But I don't really know how that works because I've not really ever looked into it or done it or whatever. Danny, you keep your crypto in a wallet? If so, can you explain how they work? I don't. I keep mine on an exchange. When I sell it, I have to pay the capital gains. That's just how it is. I play it fair. I'm going to be honest. I play it fair. But then at the end of the day, if no one paid any tax, then the world stops, doesn't it? They do need tax. It's just unfortunately what they spend the tax on. I did mention it on Paul's channel the other day, and I might be able to, oh no, I'm not going to put it on here now, but that gov.uk logo. So it was a black logo with white gov.uk on it. It was changed to a blue background, and the dot was moved slightly up and changed from white to blue. If anyone didn't see it on Paul's channel the other day, how much? And by the time I get to your comments, I would have told you anyway, so don't bother commenting. £532,000 to change a logo. They're spending our money very wisely. Digital IDs don't comply. Yes, I mean, I did see a thing from the Prime Minister who's watching tonight, by the way. Oh, actually, I'm coming to his... Oh, Keir, if that is you, can you imagine? You're not going to be very popular on here, mate. He said it's going to be compulsory to work and it's going to be in by the end of this government. That's what I heard him say. 1,000 at home, invest in crypto. I done it. No, the banks have you tricked. Oh, God. Is this absolutely necessary? Kia, change your profile picture, mate. There's definitely better pictures out here. It's not doing you any favours. The grey's really showing off in that one. God. I've lost my space now, Kia. Look what you've done. I've gone right down to the bottom. Jesus, what is going on? Hang on, there you are. Right. I'm getting down there. There's a few super chats seem to have popped up. I will get to them in a sec, guys, because otherwise I'll lose my space. So all these companies hiring illegals are now suddenly going to ask for digital IDs. Yeah, right. Well, I don't see it changing anything, do you? More control. COVID, more control. Wear a mask. Don't go within 2 meters of someone. Enter this way. Come out this way. If you go to a restaurant, this was the best one. Go to a restaurant when they were releasing everything. If you sit down, you could take your mask off, but if you stood up, you had to put your mask on because obviously COVID at that time was only attacking people over 4 foot, which would never have applied to my mate George because he's never been over 4 foot. Those of you that watch my channel will understand that one. The banks were very funny with me last time I went for cash. I made a mental note that means they are no good. It's coming out soon. I'm worried that the government might get their mitts on my premium bonds. I don't think so. They're government-backed premium bonds. They might, I believe the winnings from premium bonds are tax-free. I'll tell you, this is something I see coming in the next budget. Taxation on winnings, such as lottery wins, such as horse betting, dog betting, betting on anything, and possibly premium bonds. That would raise billions in tax, wouldn't it? But wouldn't make it quite so popular or attractive for people to put bets on. Imagine, I don't know, putting £100 bet on and winning £100 and you have to pay, depending on, I don't know how it would work, but you have to pay up to 40% or 45% of that back to the government. So you take all the risk. If you lose your money, you don't get your money back. If you win, they get up to 45% of that. But I do see that coming. Danny, do you think your banking issues are because you now reside in Spain or your political associations? My wife says you are doing the right, telling your story properly. Sorry, I'm completely reading this wrong. My wife says you are doing the right thing, selling your property. She's usually right. Right. I didn't originally think it, that it was anything to do with my my situation. I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know. It all seems very close knit together that all these things happened. And I know other people that are in the same type of face on YouTube type of thing had problems with banks. So maybe it is to do with that. I really don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know. It could well be. I think they call it, it's a politically something person. Where a politically, someone's going to tell me in a minute. I'll come back to that. It's something, a PEP or something like that. My friend that's in the chat will know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a politically exposed person. I think that's what it is. I've lost where I am again, guys. But yeah, there you go. Right. Seville is my opinion the most beautiful cities in Spain. Okay, that's interesting. And I will definitely make a note and go there. The last one is best. That's obviously for the logo. You're a little bit behind there, mate. We'll bring it in just for the election and say we can't vote if we don't comply. That's not a bad shout, Sheila, you know. That's not a bad shout. Right, look, I'm going to have to bring those super chats in. 11:31 I'm on, so I'll have to go back to that. You'll have to bear with me, guys. Why is that not showing? There we go. Thank you very much, Vanessa. I really appreciate that. Please add this to the charity. I will indeed. I will have to go back over this video because obviously I've got a Canadian dollar one to transfer over to the charity, and I've also got a pound one, which both need to be transferred to euros because obviously it was that. Des, you're an absolute legend, my friend. Not only was it great to have breakfast with you and go out for a few beers, he goes and does an amazing super chat like that. Fantastic, Des. I'll be putting that towards my next drone. But thank you very much. Appreciate that, my friend. Really do. What was I on? Oh, no, I've lost it now. Yeah, I've lost it now. Guys, you're going to have to bear with me. What's the time now? 11:42. Oh, God. I'm just going to have to go the one after Des. Sorry, guys. Love Seville, but way too hot in the summer. Okay, maybe I'll go towards the winter. That sounds good. Just put in a mould that won't melt. Yes. Yeah, you're talking about gold there, Paul, I think. Yeah, that's not a bad shout. Well, Des, very kind. Tina, he's a very generous guy, is old Des. Known him for quite a few years now. Lovely guy and a great watch collector as well. Loves his watches. So do I. He just bought one recently, though, that I really like. He was sort of teasing me with it the other day. Lovely watch he's bought. That's so kind, Des. It really is, mate. Thank you very much. Take a wheelbarrow to the shop full of cash. I love these. Come out and wheelbarrow will be gone. You could decorate your house with cash. Yeah. But what happens if it sort of goes out of fashion? You got to try and peel it all off with the old wallpaper remover. Near Barcelona, very expensive. Yeah, it is. To be fair, there's quite a few of the major cities are quite expensive in Spain, as is London as well. Gold is 2,883.30 a troy ounce. Yeah, so I deal in dollars, Don. So I always look on the platform that I use is in dollars, mate, not pounds. So my figure earlier. Obviously, it's not trading at the moment because gold doesn't trade over a weekend, where crypto is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Don't keep cash in the house, on the property. Crypto up every day, much more beyond the banks. Look, right, I completely agree with you, Captain Heimer. But you've got some people that are in the older category that watch this channel, and I think crypto will probably scare a lot of people, and it does scare a lot of people. It is a very, very volatile asset, but in my opinion, a great place to invest. I completely agree with you, mate. I buy gold with the cash from your bank. It's not a bad shout, mate, but you've got to buy physical gold and then you've got to make sure it's safe. Or you have to buy it on a platform and then you're taking the chance that the platform stays solvent, because we're in very uncertain times, aren't we? But I agree with you, mate. I think gold is still got a way to go. Personal opinion, not financial advice. I have to put it out there for the disclaimer, if you like. Hey everyone, how are we all? We're all good, Vanessa. Oh, I hope we're all good. Hi Danny, I hope you and the family are well. Thank you for your hard work. Cheers, Craig. I appreciate that, mate. I tell you what, this has taken over my life, YouTube. Really has. I enjoy it, but it is time consuming, I'm going to be honest. Good job I don't really go into the restaurant. Bitcoin is self-custody and the best place for your long-term wealth. As long as you set up the security properly, many businesses accept Bitcoin around the world. That's very true. Views from Flight. That's very, very true, mate. And I think Bitcoin is only just getting going. I believe in the future, only exceptionally wealthy people will own Bitcoin, and companies. You look at the likes of BlackRock. Just go and look what they're doing. It tells you everything you need to know about Bitcoin. You can purchase crypto with any amount of cash. Listen, if the USA is saying 2030 is the new dollar, you better believe. Yeah. The crypto and the fiat, the fiat currencies, so the pound, the yen, America's, the sterling, the euro, I think it's all in massive threat. I think everything is going to go digital. So maybe people need to start looking into it. Maybe I'll try and do a couple of videos to help people with the basic knowledge that I've got of it. I'm by no means an expert. I know a few experts, but I'll try and help people. At the end of the day, in my opinion, it's only just starting. It really is. When I went to Tenerife, I had to do a fingerprint, and it didn't like my finger. I had to do another finger, and it took me photo. Yeah, I believe that's what it does. And it takes your photograph as well. It's going to be like entering America. It's exactly the same. Exactly the same. Has the big fight with Fulpy been cancelled? You'll have to ask Paul on that one, mate. I'm ready as and when. My boxing return is, it's penciled in. It's actually booked for Thursday. I'm going back to the boxing. I was with my police friends a couple of days ago, and we all said Thursday's the day. I'm going to try and go Tuesday. Can't promise that, but if I can, it'll just be a little pre-warm up for the Thursday. And my police officer friends are going with me. One of them's a big old boy. He's 6'5", and we call him Ivan Drago. He's massive, but he's the one who I end up sparring with because of my experience with boxing and bits and bobs. But yes, so it starts on Thursday, because he was going to come on the Tuesday, but he works night. So he works from 10 o'clock at night until 6 in the morning, protecting our local town. So I have to always say thank you to him, because he's an amazing police officer. I see him this morning, actually, or this afternoon, should I say. He was setting up a roadblock somewhere that was just about to stop loads and loads of traffic. Weirdly enough, on an underpass. I was coming back from the supermarket when we're buying all the stuff for the charity. I was coming back from the supermarket, and I was on the underpass on the other side of the road, and they were putting all the street cones out, and they're blocking it and causing loads of traffic issues. But yes, there you have it. Hi, Pauline from Craig. Danny, what's your thoughts on Elon's boycott of Netflix? I have heard that. I reckon he's going to come out of a channel. So that's what he'll do. He'll put everyone off of Netflix. I couldn't believe the kids' cartoons having so much trans content. I've not seen it, Angelina, but I will look into it. And that's a bit worrying, you saying that, because Carter watches Netflix. Interesting. I'll have a look at that. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. I use Coinbase, buying using my bank account to start with, and then reduce by purchase via bank, to using a crypto profit to buy more crypto. The purchases have made more money. Yeah, I completely agree, mate. You're a very big crypto person. You've done about 10 comments tonight, mate. I appreciate it, though. I agree with you. Coinbase, eToro, they're all good places to buy coins. Could be worse. Could have David Lammy in the chat. He's probably in the chat now. Give Kira time here. Phone him up. David, guess what we're watching? Danny in Spain. Saying such lovely things. Danny, I'm happy to explain it all to you. It will make sense and make money beyond the bank. Yes, cheers, mate. I appreciate that. I've been in crypto for about 10 years, matey. And I don't ever really pull it, to be fair. It's just reinvested, basically. It's a long-term thing. How's Carter getting on this year at school? Exceptionally well. He's 5 years old. He is fluent Spanish, fluent English. He's top of the class in his English. We're told by his teacher that he speaks more Spanish than the Spanish children. He's supposed to count to 25 at his age in Spanish. He counts to 100 in English and he counts to 60 in Spanish. And he does it pretty much every night when Sophie puts him to bed. They lay in bed, read stories, and he does his counting. Funny enough, he done it tonight. I was up there with him when he done it. So he's doing really well. He's got a lot of good friends. There's there's one other English boy in the whole school, but he's a lot older, and we know that family as well. And he's got no other friends in any of his classes. His school teacher speaks no English whatsoever. And I struggle. Sophie's doing quite well with Spanish, but Carter is doing exceptionally well. Thank you for asking, by the way. Paul has just uploaded a video. He's always getting on your live streams, getting in on your live streams. I tell you what, watch it afterwards, guys. It's only an uploaded video. Little git. I was going to tell him I was doing a live tonight, but I forgot. Hi, mate. How are you? Paul is very unfair to stream before Danny finishes. Is he streaming? Is he actually streaming live? Let me go in. Let me go in. I'll tell you what, he's the new live man, isn't he? Let me have a little look. No, he ain't. He's just uploaded a video. He's not live. No, he's not live. He's uploaded a video. No, hang on. Let me go into his channel. Let's have a little look. Yeah, he's put one up. It's a video. So, you know, it's only a 4-minute video. Little git. It's not live. It's just a video that he's put up. Digital ID is nothing to do with illegal migration. It's all about social credit. In a couple of years' time, keep using cash, people, for as long as you can. Do you know, I bought this little gadget today. Look at this, right? €3 I paid for this. Look at this. It's for putting your mobile phone on. How brilliant. Look at that. Oh. You can tell I only paid €3 for that, can't you? No, I've had my phone on it all night. It's like a little platform. It's really good. Although it's just letting me down now. No, it's not. It's all right. 12,990. Oh, God. Excuse me. I shouldn't have coughed into there. Then I should have muted that. But that one come from nowhere. Stay up one day. There you go. He's on a mission tonight, old Captain Heimer. Stephanie, Paul is not doing a live. He's just uploaded a video. Thanks, mate. Can see gambling wins being taxed personally. Horse racing industry is already struggling. That said, nothing surprises. Exactly that, mate. I do see that coming. I do see that coming. Andrew King, it's not nothing to do with living in Spain. I live in the Canaries and have an account in the UK for business transactions. There you go, mate. Excuse me. Boxing Watch 1, Danny, is the best. Boxing Watch 1. Martin, I'm confused by that one. Boxing Watch 1, Danny, is the best. I take it that's my boxing video. Would that be the... I don't know. But yeah, speak to Paul. Whenever he goes live next, can people just plague him? Again, Jenny, thank you very much, Des. Really appreciate that, mate. You're a legend. And all the other super chats tonight as well. Really, really appreciate it. And I will make sure that money goes to the right place. Yeah, the boxing. When Paul next does a live, if you can all jump on there and just say, when's the fight happening with Danny? Just continuously keep plaguing it, and then he'll have to answer it, won't he? Sorry, didn't finish my last post. Should have said at the end, I've not had any issues like that. Yeah, I believe that it's to do with my channel. I don't know. I don't know. I don't care anymore. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care. It's called being debanked. That's what it's called. It's called being debanked, and it's very dangerous. Jesus, we have been on for 1 hour and 24 minutes. Evening, Danny. Hope your dad's okay. He's okay. I spoke to him today. His health is not great. He will be the first to admit that. It's the cold weather is setting in, and I'm hoping to get him out to Spain for, I don't know, possibly November and December. Hopefully. I'm going to start looking for a little place. But again, a lot of this is dependent on how he is just before. So I have to book him a place because he generally stays near the restaurants because he's got a few friends. If he stays with us, it's fine, but we've got stairs and he doesn't manage stairs too well. And he's also, when we're running about, he can't really come with us because we're running about and he's not capable of doing that at his age. So generally he stays where the restaurants are, which is where we are most of the time. And then I bring him back to the house, and then he's got a mobility scooter to get around, and he knows a few people in the area as well. So hopefully he'll be out for November, December time. I'm hoping. But we've got to leave it a little bit closer to the time to confirm it because of his health. That's okay, Stephanie. He's just doing a video, but he uploaded it while Danny was on. Yeah, no, that's okay. I'm surprised Paul put a video up this late, because generally he likes to do the earlier videos because it gets a little bit more exposure straight away. But anyway, it is what it is. Hi, Danny and everyone. I got home from work and crashed out. Just woke up. Sorry, I'm late. No problem, Sharon. You're here now, mate. Tina, when I got the notification, I assumed he would be live. No. In Dubai, you can purchase yachts, supercars, and even property with Bitcoin. Amazing. And I think the use of Bitcoin is only just starting. So you will be able to buy things with it. Danny, how is Carter doing with his swimming? Well, we're getting to the point now where he's not going to be swimming without armbands this year. We're going to try and get in some lessons in the winter in an indoor pool. And then hopefully he'll be swimming. It's really important. We have got to get him swimming. But he's in the pool a bit. We've probably got another 2 or 3 weeks to use the pool before it's too cold really to use it. Because when it cools down a little bit, as I say, it was 33.5 today. Crazy. Really hot for this time of year. I've just lost me space on the thing. No, I've got it back. There we go. Yes, Stephanie, Paul does sometimes do live streams at funny times. He does, but he's a good guy, Paul. We generally try and chat to sort of not clash, but I mean, it's not me clashing with him, is it? It's him clashing with me, because obviously I don't get nowhere near the views that he gets. But then I'm not talking about the hot topic of the day, am I? Not talking about politics as such. I'll mention what's in the news, but I don't mention politics as such. Watched it last night. I think it's Channel 5, but I couldn't be sure, mate. If you're talking about the Jay Slater one, that was Channel 4. I think, but I might be wrong as well. Hey, Danny and chat. How are you, Mouse Charger? All good? Hi, Sharon. Your bank vids do well. Yeah, because a lot of people, I think, are struggling with the same thing. As I say, I had a friend of mine phone me up the other day. He sent me over the text that had been sent to him, and it's exactly the same as what happened to me to start with. They've said to me, if you don't comply by this date, we're freezing your account. Truth Finder, no problem, mate. You're here. That's the main thing. You're here now. I'm going to scroll through a few of these guys rather than reading them all out, because I've got to try and bring this to a close in a minute, because obviously we're trying to keep it around the hour. Really peed off. No Reform MPs back Rupert Lowe's anti-digital. Yeah, as I say, I'm sort of losing a lot of respect for Reform at the moment. You know, but as I say, it's not a political channel, so I enjoy so many channels from all sorts. I'm not obsessed, but I'm into horror scare fest at the moment. Do you know what? I like a horror, and we're coming up to Halloween. There's nothing better than a cold night in Halloween and watching a scary film in the dark. That's quite cool, right? What's your favourite mobile phone, mate? Well, I use an iPhone. So yeah, I use an iPhone. I did try Samsung, but it was like learning Japanese backwards to me. I couldn't understand it at all. That's a nice phone stand. Where's it from, please? The little Chinese shop. I went in there today. I bought one for Sophie. I just see it as I walked in. Blinding little thing it is. As I say, it does all the moving about, up and down, left and right. Yeah, it's all right. It's got little... Yeah, it's all right. I don't know how long it'll last. It's €3. What's that, £2.50? Have I missed much? You have to go back, mate. You have to look from the beginning. Yeah, you've missed loads. I've got one of them phone holders. Timu, 49p. Oh, I got conned. Screensaver. Serious note, what are you planning for that lovely children's charity? Well, I'm not planning anything. We're doing a thing in the restaurant. People will take a ticket. They'll either put the money in with the ticket attached to it. So say it's a €10 thing that someone wants, one of the children want, a €10 get attached to that ticket. That will then be bought by one of us, or it'll be bought by the lady that runs the organisation. And that's what the whole thing is. It's a Christmas appeal. But we've already raised €320, which was spent today. I put an extra €30 in because that was short. So we spent €350 today, and that was buying loads and loads of stuff. For the people that have joined me, like, oh, I can't put it on there now because I've deleted it. Give me a second. I'll bring this back. Hold on. Our video file. Give me 1 sec, guys. See if I've got it there. I think I have. I think I've got it there. Yeah, I can quickly show you again. It started. That was a boot full of madness. Stuff. That was some stationery and pens and stuff. And then we had all the toiletries, toothpaste. Sorry, the cart got his head in the way. Toothpaste, soaps. I think we bought 40 soaps, 50 toothpastes. They've got enough toothbrushes, sponges and stuff like that. Like I say, it's just a start, guys. I'm going to continuously try and support this. They might legalise weed. Huge tax to be had there. They'll do it once they go digital, mate. The boxing car for you. Yeah, I like that, to be fair. I might use that. You might see it on my channel in the next few days. I like the boxing gloves. Yeah, I like that one as well. Danny, that is a beautiful... Me and the daughter are leaving the UK in 8 weeks. Well done, mate. I know you was talking about doing it. I know you was talking about it. Paul put up a lovely video. Well, you shouldn't have been watching it. You should be on my blooming live, Hannah. Shame on you. 4 minutes that you've missed of the live. No, I'm joking. Early night time, remember, Danny, YouTube is a big world. Yeah, guys, I'm going to have to bring this to a close in a minute. We'll go another 5 minutes, shall we? Don't bother putting any more chats at the bottom. Although I'm somewhere near the bottom now, actually. Where are we? Yeah, we're all right. We're only a couple of minutes away, but I'll try and get to the bottom of them. Hi, Claire Bear. How are you, mate? Paul does some late ones when he's got something. Yeah, it's true. Sometimes you can't. You just have to put it out there. I wish Paul Falk would activate slow mode on his chats. Otherwise, comments go too fast. Yeah, he gets very... Do you know what? There was... When we was doing the political stuff at the peak... I remember, I think there was 11,000 people watching, myself, Paul Thorpe, and who was on there? There was another guy on there. Who was it? I can't remember. And we had 11,000 people watching us. The super chats was like a... honestly, it was unbelievable. A lot of the time, he's got slow mode on. So, yeah, anyway. Ed Glenn on Netflix. Yeah, Love Horror Friday 13th. Yeah, that's another one. Cheers, iPhone for me, Samsung too high tech for me. Yeah, I don't get Samsung. I couldn't understand it. I had one for about 8 or 9 months and I hated it. That's no disrespect to anyone that's got Samsung, because probably people that got Samsung probably can't use iPhone too easy either. Danny is now the showman of Temu. Yeah, I know. I could do that, couldn't I? We could do what they call it. What was the old channel? QVC. Do you remember that? And I'll sit there and talk about a silly little plastic grommet thing for about 40 minutes and hope loads of people... Do you know, a friend of mine owns a load of bakeries. And towards Christmas, he used to sell on the QVC channel mince pies. You wouldn't believe how many he sold and how much he sold them for. It wasn't him, he was just the supplier. So he was the wholesaler to the person that was selling it. Unbelievable. QVC. You expect to go on there and buy a gold ring or a watch or an ornament or an umbrella or something, but not a bloody mince pie. And Baraka put a community post up the other day about a live stream with you on. Wasn't it? And Paul and Richard, I've watched it. Yeah, I don't know, mate. I haven't seen it, though. Do you know, like, there's loads of people that talk about Paul, more so than me. But I've seen a few horrible videos on me. And I just don't let it get to me. A couple of idiots that do these lives and stuff. They try and make it get you and try and get you to have a reaction to it. I just don't react to it. They wouldn't say it to my face. Get a lot of keyboard warriors, mate. Freddy Krueger. Do you know what? My Halloween jumper is a hoodie with Freddy Krueger on the back. I've had it a couple of years. I wear it on Halloween. There you go, mate. I'm sure you've spoken. Danny, would it be possible to set up a charity account? Yeah, I don't actually want to go down that route, OAP66. I don't want to go down that route because then I'm involved in the charity. And I'm going to be honest with you, to get involved in the actual charity itself, I haven't got the time. But I'm going to try and help them set it up. And then in the new year, we'll try and maybe get some outside funding for it. Maybe I'll put it on the YouTube channel. If people want to put a couple of quid in, that would be amazing. But we'll worry about that in the new year. At the moment, it's a Christmas appeal. Although what we bought today is nothing to do with a Christmas appeal. This is all to do with giving them sanitary, giving them, you know, cleaning and, you know, toothbrush and sponges and soaps and all that sort of stuff. And then bought a load of stationery and stuff so that their education doesn't suffer and things like that. But that's not for the Christmas wish list, which is what's coming up. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Halloween this year. Any newbies to crypto? It's nearing the end of the cycle. Winter's painful. Your altcoins can drop 90%. No, I don't agree with that, David. I think winter's going to be quite good. So we can revisit this, can't we? I'm going to say that Bitcoin, XRPs, I think it's about $2.90 odd, $2. I have to deal in dollars, so I think it's $2.90 odd. Let's just quickly look. Let it just refresh. 296 is what my platform is saying. I'm going to be saying that's 340 by the end of the year. So I think that's a guess, but we'll see. See who's right, mate. Sportsman's bet. 1 penny. Night, everyone. Night, Mouse Charger. Thanks for joining us, mate. You've probably already gone, actually, because I'm well behind on the chat. Guys, I'm going to have to bring this to a halt. We'll do this last one here. Danny in Spain. Oh, it wasn't a video about you. I think Paul and Richard and Baraka were having a friendly live stream, mate. I've yet to watch it. Thanks, mate. I appreciate that. Okay, everyone. Thank you very much for watching me tonight. I really do appreciate you joining me. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I've enjoyed tonight's live stream. It's been nice and chilled, nice and friendly. And that's it. I'll speak to you all soon. Thank you very much for joining us. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Look at the viewing count. It's dropping right off. I ain't even finished talking yet. How bloody rude. Make sure you share the channel when you can. Give it a thumbs up if you haven't. And if you don't mind, making sure you're subscribed to the channel. Appreciate everyone tonight. Thank you very much for all the super chats. Much, much appreciated. I'll catch up with you all very soon. See you later, guys.